It all started that bitter winter night in Whisper Creek, this dusty little town tucked away in the Rockies where folks clung to their old ways like a lifeline, me family included, turning their backs on me because I'd brought shame, with a baby girl born out of wedlock, no husband in sight, just whispers of some fleeting romance they blamed on my wild blood. Barefoot in the snow, blood trailing from the birth, Emily crying against my chest. I clutched her tight, refusing to beg as they faded into the distance, their judgment fueled by the preacher's sermons on purity and the sheriff's grip on who belonged, all because my late mom's herbal remedies had marked us as outsiders, stirring envy over land she'd left me on the edge of town. Exhausted, freezing, I collapsed under a twisted pine, whispering promises to Emily I wasn't sure I could keep. Then he appeared, Coda, a Lakota rider from the shadows, his eyes locking on mine with a quiet intensity that cut through the cold. No words, just wrapping us in his fur cloak and lifting us onto his horse like we were the last spark in a dying fire. We rode deeper into Redwood Hills, away from the town's prying eyes, and for the first time, I felt something shift. Safety, maybe, in his small camp with an elder woman who fed me broth without questions, her lined face hiding stories of her own losses to settlers' greed. Coda didn't push, just taught me bits of his world, tracking deer, binding wounds with moss while I mended his shirts, our silences building a bridge stronger than any talk. But Whisper Creek festered, the preacher railing against heathens stealing our women, really just coveting my mom's old plot for his church expansion, and the sheriff, nursing a grudge from when I'd turned down his son's advances years back, rallied a posse with rifles and ropes. They stormed the camp one dawn, shouting, "Hand over the whore and her bastard," grabbing Emily from my arms as I screamed. One of them, the preacher's nephew, slamming me down with a sneer, "Should have burned you out like your ma's barn," his knife cold on my cheek, the air thick with their righteous fury masking plain old jealousy and control. That's when the shots rang out, not wild, but precise, grazing hats and canteens, sending them scrambling like rats. Coda stepped from the trees, rifle steady, his voice low but thunderous. "Touch them again, and mercy ends here." They backed off, cursing, the sheriff spitting. "This ain't over, savage." But it was their pride bleeding now, not us. He knelt then, offering a beaded cord, a pledge of loyalty born from his own scars of lost kin to raids, and I took it, fingers trembling, realizing I wasn't alone in this fight anymore. We built a homestead farther out, planting roots in fertile soil, teaching Emily to ride free, no side saddle nonsense, laughing over grass whistles amid the hard work. Yet the past clawed back. The sheriff rode up with a warrant, grinning. He's no citizen, easy pickings. Reaching for Emily, but I swung my rifle, but into his jaw with a crack that echoed my breaking point. Over my dead body, fueled by years of their slights, their land grabs disguised as law. We fled across the raging river that night, water pulling like chains, doubts whispering I'd fail her, but Coda's hand in mine steadied me, and we emerged drenched, alive, forging a new life in the northern valleys, our family growing with little Theo, scars fading under stars that witnessed it all. Looking back, was it justice or just survival? The town called us outlaws, but we found peace they never could. Makes you wonder about those old grudges, right? Drop a comment. Have you faced community backlash like that? Who's really the villain in stories of shame and redemption? Hit subscribe if you want more real tales that hit home, and share your story, all just trying to cross our own rivers.